Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. In tonight's show, we are going to be reacting to Arsenal fans' Paris Saint-Germain win against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So, yeah, we're going to be hearing from Arsenal fans, where I'm going to be playing some videos in the background and reacting to what Arsenal fans have had to say about their team losing 1-0 in the Emirates Stadium against Paris Saint-Germain tonight. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. Now, if you are new to my YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button, as I upload plenty of Manchester United content on this channel, because end of the day, I am a Manchester United fan, and I have done a preview for Manchester United women against Chelsea women. And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Joshy J Football channel. Link is in the title. It's also in the description. My F1 channel is in the description. And pinned on top of the live chat and in the description to this video is my channel membership. Yes, I have a level 1 and level 2 membership. So if anyone wishes to become a channel member today and help fund my YouTube channel, you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat. So, right, Arsenal lose the game 1-0 tonight. Dembele with the goal, very good finish as well. 4 minutes into the game, worst possible start for Arsenal. It really was, that's a major disaster. It could not have got off to a worse start, to be honest, for the Gunners. But I think Martin Odegaard was at fault for the first goal, but stinker and hooks tonight, Martin Odegaard. He was absolutely abysmal. I mean, wow, unbelievable. Stinker and hooks. And he played until the 90 minutes. What on earth was Arteta thinking, man? That was absolutely hilarious. They stayed on the field for so long because, Martin Odegaard is just not consistent enough. It's as simple as that. And Lee Gunner is definitely not a fan of Martin Odegaard. How many times has he had a rant on Odegaard? I mean, I've lost count. I've literally watched Lee Gunner for quite a long time now, and he is not a fan of him whatsoever. It makes you wonder why Real Madrid got rid of him, because they knew he wasn't good enough. Real Madrid, if you're not good enough for Real Madrid, you are out of here fast before you say, but, bosh. It's as simple as that. But I will get to you guys in the chat now. Here we go. Big up to you, Day Night Sorting. Please, PSG, get the job done in the second leg in Paris Stadium. And I can't have Arsenal winning UCL. Please, PSG, I beg you, next week you get through to the final. Yeah, but I agree. No. Big up to you, Kai. Bash. Big up, mate. They said Odegaard's a special and Bruno. Laugh my ass off. He couldn't slice Bruno's boots. Exactly, Kai. Big up to you, mate. Arsenal just aren't meant to win trophies, just like Spurs. Yep. Well, it is North London United, isn't it? Because both teams cannot win a trophy to save their lives. I got a feeling PSG will get the job done. They beat Liverpool and Manchester City. They did. I wonder why Odegaard got rid of him. You mean Real Madrid? Yeah. Sold his arse. Exactly. You're not good enough for Real Madrid. Like I said, you're out here fast or say, but. Bosh, it's as simple as that. Oh, shit. There we go. Arsenal attack was awful. Yeah, I mean they hardly offered anything, did they? Down I sorting. I mean they were very bad. Arsenal. I mean no attacking threats at all. It's like Casemiro, Madrid sold him for a reason. And Varane as well, don't forget, Kite. They got rid of Varane at a good time as well, because they knew Varane wasn't quite good enough. And it's what Real Madrid do. You know, this is why they have such elite mentality. This is why they always win trophies. But they haven't had a very good year this year, have they? They won the Super Cup back in August and that, and they might have won another domestic trophy, but their usual standards, they had a shocking season, Real Madrid. Don Carlo Ancelotti is leading Real Madrid to become manager of Brazil. I mean, Brazil, now I welcome that because I am a Brazil fan at the end of the day as well. Even though I support England, I do like Brazil as well. So, I'm really happy about Carlo Ancelotti being the new Brazil manager. I think it's a good move, and he gets my backing 100%. Adam Dar 2025 is not happy because he's a Brazil fan and he's well and truly against Carlo Ancelotti coming in, which I find very interesting. But this is what makes our community great, having different opinions. Because on this channel, I welcome all opinions, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, like, I agree with you or disagree with you, I always allow anyone to have their own opinion on here. We really do. Do you see PSG getting the job done next week? Yes, I think they will. Varane was class. Injuries, yeah. I mean that he was injury prone. That was the only trouble with him. He was very good though, but yeah, injuries is what let him down, unfortunately. But we will get on to listening to some Arsenal fans in the background shortly, and I can imagine some of them are probably going to be having a meltdown. Some of them are going to be crying because maybe they feel one stage they should have had a penalty. Maybe they feel they're robs, this and that. It just sums football fans up in a nutshell. They go, robbed, Arsenal, robbed. Arsenal cheated. I mean, yeah, these content creators, man, like to put so many clickbait titles in because they know it make them views because it makes a good story on the internet. So how Arsenal doesn't it? I mean, dear me, what are we doing here? Where, all right, I'm talking about Arsenal, but I'm not clickbaiting my title. All I put was that Arsenal fans' reaction to the 1-0 Paris Saint Germain defeat. That's all I put. That's not clickbaiting. That's just a nice, simple title because, I ain't interested in any of this clickbait. I'm really not, because I'm growing my channel the way I want to at the end of the day. Because, I don't want to do it by cheating. I want to do it by fairly. But big up to every single one of you who has hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And if you are new to this YouTube channel, then why not consider hitting the subscribe button? The clues in the name. Arsenal. Egal can shut up. Yeah, he can. There's some right Muppets in the YouTube scene who exaggerate clickbaits. Yeah, I know, Kai. It's ridiculous, mate. Absolutely pathetic. But I'm not one of them, okay? I just like to have nice, simple titles. Sometimes I may put human Mr. Joshy J after Manchester United loss, or but say sarcastic Mr. Joshy J, or on the odd occasion we win, but buzzing Mr. Joshy J. But that's not really clickbait because you're putting in your title how you're exactly feeling about the game and that. So, yeah, but these YouTubers and content creators who clickbait, I mean, get out here, man. Seriously. What are we doing here? Yeah, Adams replied to my comment on my video, so just hearts that comment. Your clickbaits aren't. Don't worry. Yeah, I agree. Completely agree. But whilst it's only 1-0 that and the tie is still very much alive for Arsenal, I honestly think that they'll find it a bit difficult away in Paris. I felt they had to win the game tonight. Donnarumma, though, what a goalkeeper. He made some unbelievable saves. I mean, Arsenal could have been dead and buried. Sorry, that could have been about what? 2-2 or something? I mean, Donnarumma is just the top goalkeeper. Denied Arsenal twice. David Raya also made a good save as well. But, you know, Arsenal, I'm afraid, it looks like they're going to end this campaign choking us unless they do something away at Paris next week. Hi, mate. So good to see you again, mate. Big up, Adam. Bash. Big up, mate. I can't see Spurs win the Europa League. If they do, then fair play. Exactly. It's like Manchester United. It's like, are we going to get past Athletic Bilbao? I mean, yes, our record in Europe this year has been decent. So far we are unbeaten in Europe. I mean, we've done absolutely terrible in the Premier League, but yet we're unbeaten in Europe still. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But even if we do win the Europa League, I'm still not forgetting how crap this season has been, and it should not be forgotten. Literally, this should hurt every single Manchester United fan going that we had such a horrific crap season. I mean, let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right, because literally, this is our worst Premier League season ever, our lowest points tally ever. I mean, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, people. But, you know, they say in football, it takes time, trust the process, back the process. I mean, for example, what phase is Army Slot in? Premier League winner in his debut season. And what phase is Hansi Flick in, who could potentially do the treble in his first season? He's already like a double winner because, Barcelona are very close to wrapping up the La Liga title. They've already got the Copa del Rey in the bag. So, yeah, Hansi Flick could potentially be a triple winner in his first ever season. But yeah, despite Arsenal not winning a trophy for about, 6 years, they're still backing Arteta. I mean, why? Because, you want to be successful in the elite sport, and then you should hire an elite manager who can get you over the line. Like, no doubt about it, when they're going up against Man City, they had a better manager, literally, they could have won a couple Premier League titles. Like, especially if they had to Jose Mourinho, someone like that. But Arteta, sometimes in his games, he's a bit too naive. I mean, leaving Martin Odegaard on for that amount of time, absolutely hilarious. So, hey, not my problem. It's Arsenal's problem. Because at the end of the day, I am a Manchester United fan. So, seeing Arsenal in the mud is kind of hilarious, isn't it? Because I certainly been giving it to us all season that we're in the mud, which rightly so, because we are in the mud, especially in the Premier League. But it's going to be interesting to see what they say if we actually win the Europa League. Imagine they win nothing and we win the Europa League. I mean, what? We're down around 14th. We would still have a better season than what Arsenal had. It'd be absolutely hilarious. And say, if Crystal Palace beat Man City in the FA Cup final and we win the Europa League, we had a better season than Man City. If that scenario happens, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy, people. Mad. Generally mad. But big up to every single one you line the locks in this evening. Much appreciated. Now, if you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button, as I upload plenty of Manchester United content on here, because at the end of the day, they are my favourite team, and I am a Manchester United fan. And also, I talk about loads of other things apart from football. And make sure you are subscribing to our Mr. Joshy J football channel as well. Link is in the title, it's in the line. Well, it's in the description, and my F1 channel's in the description. And also, all the information to my channel membership is in the description and pinned on top of the live chat. But right, here we go. Catch up with the chat. Gosh, wow, this live chat is going insane. If PSG had a clinical striker, they would be 2 or 3-0 up. Facts, they should have scored a couple more near the end of the game. I mean, how on earth did they miss 7 chances, man? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Big up, Kai, mate. Gosh, you really are landing it in this live chat. I mean, Michael.LCFC is live still, so most people are on Michael.LCFC's channel, usually in here, but obviously they're still on Michael.LCFC's stream. But hey, you're keeping me good company, so yep, great. Like, how do United have more trophies in the last 5 years than Chelsea Arsenal? Just puzzles me. Exactly, Kai. It's mental, isn't it? Big up, Mr. Partridge. I'm okay, thank you, Kai. Just everyone saying big up to each other. What phase is Arteta in? Exactly, yep. Big up to Adam Daw as well. Arteta thinks he's Pep. Yep, facts, Kai. North side is human. I bet he is. Arsenal should hire. Oh, that's hilarious. What is your score prediction for the second leg? I'll probably maybe go for what? A 2-1 victory to Paris Saint-Germain in the second leg. My Arsenal friends need to be humbled by PSG. We're going to win the league, FC. Well, for 3rd year in a row, they're not. But obviously, this was the one season I wanted them to win the league. I wanted them to try and stop Liverpool from getting their 20th league title. But nope. You couldn't trust Arsenal to run you a hot bath, could you? Dear me. I mean, why on earth did I rely on them in the first place? Because they are just absolutely like the gift, what keeps on giving. Honestly, they are so unpredictable, Arsenal. It's like 1 minute, Martin Odegaard has a game of his life, then he's back to playing his usual crap self. So, yeah, Martin Odegaard should not be Arsenal captain. He's not Arsenal captain standards. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. I mean, it is absolutely hilarious, people. Honestly, it's mad. Generally mad. PSG wants to treble. Yes, they do. No, my goats. I spotted it with the German national team. Yep. He did. The captain's armband is designated to Rice. Yeah, Rice should be captain. He's a much better captain than what Odegaard is. I mean, Odegaard is captain. Absolutely hilarious, honestly. Just brilliant. I feel like pressure will be on Arsenal next week. At PSG, they never do well under pressure like Spurs. Facts! Absolutely downright sorting. It's like rinse and repeat with both sides, isn't it? You know, both teams pretty much have the same in common. I mean, let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right. Because 14th of May last year, never forget that day where Arsenal fans were supporting Tottenham and, yeah, North London United. I mean, what a dark day that was for football, honestly. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, you wouldn't get that in La Liga or the SPL, Scottish Premiership, or anything like that. Why is it just in the PR Emir League we get it for? It's ridiculous. But it just shows you how the standards in football has dropped. It's embarrassing, man. Absolutely embarrassing. It's like, nah, get out here, man. Sick and tired of it. I just wish football was like it was in the 90s and the early 2000s. But unfortunately, we're never going to get back to them levels again because, like, social media and too many fans have been like influenced and brainwashed in that, which it's sad times. It really is. But there you go. It is what it is, people. Crazy. Hello, Adam Dahl 2025. Just everyone saying big up to each other. Martinelli should be the captain. I'm joking. He's Ganacho 2.0. Really? The Brazilian is saying fans were glazing Odegaard. Or guards. Oh, that's funny, mate. It's hilarious. I think Ruben Amorim's press conference is tomorrow. Yes, it is, Adam, and we will be there, people. We will be there reacting to it, and I cannot wait for that. See what more is being said. I wonder if that certain journalist will be at the press conference tomorrow, as it's a European game, because he's usually at the press conferences for European games, isn't he? This certain journalist. I wonder who that could be. Oh, yeah. Say no more, guys. But yeah, you know, it's absolutely wow. Arsenal literally crumble under pressure, same as Tottenham as well. Like I said, at the end of the day, it is North London United because they both pretty much have the same in common. I mean, let's get it right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right. But big up to Michael Chelsea FC. The last time I looked, he was on 298 subscribers. He is currently 2 away from 300. I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable. Let's have a look and see what he's on now, shall we? Just pop into stream in a second. Yeah, but 298 he is on. So, yeah, he's 2 away. Come on, people. Help Michael.Chelsea FC get up to the 300 subscribers tonight whilst he's live. Because he deserves it, you know. He absolutely lands the damn minerals, Michael.Chelsea FC. He really does, you know. He's brilliant. He's just, oh, what a YouTuber. You think we need to rip him a new asshole, Josh Ray? Yes, Adam. Absolutely. Robbie says PSG not going to score on DR Sports. Oh, well, that went well, didn't it? Arsenal fans saying Odegaard's a special number a few seasons ago now. Two's a joke. Yeah, but I agree. What's your message to Brighton and Seagull Merchants as well? They were glazing them. I mean, yeah, Seagull Merchants. I mean, yeah, but they've literally been selling players to Chelsea, haven't they? That's why Michael Dot Chelsea have Seagulls and Seagull Merchants. To be fair, Arsenal and United fans love to hype their players. They do, mate. But we don't do any of that on here with Manchester United players. No, no, no. Chelsea win the Conference League and Arsenal bottle in the Premier League. Yep, and Champions League. Oh, that'd be just hilarious, won't it? What time is it in America? 3:30. Wow. I mean, that's unbelievable. But, very shortly we will be listening to some fan reactions. I mean, yeah, just unbelievable, Yeah. But yeah, here we go. Let's get on to it, shall we? Who should we start off with? I hasn't done his hand cam yet, Lee Gunner, but obviously we will get onto it and he's still live. What about Troops? Has he done his yet? Troops CP, let's have a look. Yes, he has. 13 minutes ago. Arsenal nil, PSG 1, Troops match action, embarrassed from start. Here we go. To finish. Just
blood. You get me? Let's just say it as it is, bro. You understand? Hey, we need an intro in this one, blood.
You understand? Yeah, there's this guy saying, you understand? Big up to Troops.
You get me? Forget about what's going on, people. I don't care, blood. You understand? Arsenal nil, PSG 1. First leg of the Champions League semi-final. And we were absolutely destroyed in that first leg, blood. You get me? We're lucky that we still have 1 foot in this Champions League, bro. You get me? And that's only by the scoreline, blood.
Yeah, you are lucky, because if they had a more clinical goal scorer, PSG, they could have absolutely put you into bed. And what rumours is that, Adam Dahl 2025, mate?
You understand? Because for me, really and truly, Richard and Judy, the tie's done. You get me? There's no chance in hell we are going to Paris and winning, blood. You get me? We could even go to Rennes and win, blood. You get me? Go to Lille and win, bro. Do you understand? We could even do that, bro. But we're supposed to go to big PSG away and get the W, blood. Do you understand? People getting this confidence on the weekend. Oh, PSG lost 3-1 to Nice at home.
Yeah, I think it's done, Adam. He will be the Brazil manager.
They played their full strength side. I said, blood, I'm not even looking into that, bro. Because their league title was done and dusted. Won a long time ago, bro. The only thing they were trying to do was do the invincible thing. So they don't even care if they lose, blood. It doesn't do nothing to them. It don't take no confidence away. Nothing, blood. You get me? So it didn't give me no confidence going into this game.
The last seconds after entering was agreed. Angelotti told CBS that cannot link Real Madrid early and only in August. Oh, is that true, is it? That's interesting, Adam Dahl 2025. I wasn't aware of that.
Or any belief. Do you understand? Within 3 minutes, we're 1-0 down, bro. Within 3 minutes. Did you see the amount of space Dembele had in that move? Not only when he received it in the midfield, in the middle of the pitch, the man had the whole semicircle to himself, bro. Where was the midfield? Where was the midfield, bro? Do you understand? Arteta decided to put Marino in the midfield after Partey's foolishness. in the Bernabeu, yeah, when majority of the fan base were asking for Skelly to go in the midfield. Because when you're going up against a midfield like Vitina, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, whatever his fucking name is, yeah, these men are very good on the ball. You get me? You got Vitina and João Neves, who have got a little bit of pace to their game as well, blood, a little bit of trickery. You understand? Low center of gravity. How are you going to put Marino and Rice in there and expect them to do anything, bro? Marino is stiffer than a corpse. Pause. Yeah? I've seen him quicker than him. He's not a midfielder.
Oh, that's
yeah?
hilarious.
I'm getting at Marino as well. Yeah? Because his actual position is the false 9. That's his position, bro. This brother's not a centre midfielder, bro. He's not an 8. He's not a 6. He is a false 9, blood. Yeah? That's where he does the most damage. That's where you can play to his strengths, bro. You get me? In that midfield, we got absolutely destroyed, blood. You get me? You look at the goal. I said already, the space Dembele had. He just drives down the line. Cabrera rolls in. Dembele edge of the box. Same as the Eze goal. No one marking.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Land the minerals, mate. Go for it, Adam. Yep, hang on. Secondary, we'll carry on that. Hayden Cox does message me asking why I line. There we go.
Where's that Nicola guy, bro? You understand? Every minute they want to pan to him, bro, when we were licking off fucking set pieces. Why are they not panning to him now when the defensive shape is off? Why don't they pan to him now? You get me? Martinelli, Gabriel Martinelli, back to his bullshit, blood. Yeah? He handed in his Brazilian passport. He handed it in, bro. Man found the Peruvian one today, blood. Do you understand? That could have been 1-1, bang on half-time, blood. Out of nothing. We didn't deserve it. Yeah? But we could have got it.
Why, here he is. Yay. Good evening, Mr. Good evening, Hayden Cox. Big up, mate. Florentino Paris blew up an agreement between Carlo Ancelotti and Brazil. If used to pay the coach, his ex-team told him to leave free. The deal is now fully off. I mean, what? That's ridiculous. That, right? I think that deserves the wooden scene. That is just nowhere near sustainable by Perez for Real Madrid to not let Don Carlo Ancelotti go now. I mean, that's ridiculous. Wooden scene for you, Real Madrid president. Honestly, what are we doing here?
You understand? Denzel settings, bro. We're leaving with something, bro. I'm from round the way. You understand? Leandro Trossard. That was another good chance, bro. Great save from Donnarumma. A man that I doubted. A man that I say is the most suspect player in the PSG team, bro. You get me? But yet again, these players didn't turn up, blood. Yet again, these players bottled it, blood. Yet again, Arteta set out the wrong game plan, bro. The wrong tactics. Look at his substitutions. The first sub we make, yeah, is fucking Ben White for Timber. Odegaard is stinking out the place, bro. Stinking out the place. The man is hiding.
Oh, biblical stinker and hugs. I'm still shell shocked he's stayed on until 90 plus minutes, to be honest. It wasn't until bang on the 90th minute that he was finally substituted. I mean, that's a huge fail from Arteta. That really is. How are you, mate? Yeah, I'm good, Hayden Cox, thank you. One, mate, I scored 1 goal.
On the pitch. The man is going into positions where he can't be found. Yeah? Hiding behind PSG players, bro. Trying to, you get me, blend in, basically, bro. And then you bring on Ethan in the 90th minute, bro. Do you understand? It's not good enough, bro. 5 years we've been in this process, bro. You get me? Man were asking me the whole week, yo, Troops, are you confident we're going to get past PSG? I said, yo, we have to.
Just like, yes, like that. And that's my celebration.
Kill the tie at the Emirates. If we don't kill the tie at the Emirates and go there, trailing or drawing, we ain't got a chance in hell. Yeah? We don't have.
The Brazilian Federation has no plans to wait long for Real Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti to clarify exit process. Real Madrid will not pay any exit claim. Brazil will not wait as still canal collapse. I mean, that is ridiculous, honestly. That's wow. But why are you wearing a Frosties shirt? Because I like Frosties, and I like how it's got the Tony the Tiger on it. Rah.
Have a chance in hell. We went to Man United this year and couldn't fucking win, bro.
I mainly have Weetabix, to be honest, Kai. That's a healthy cereal. Weetabix is good for you, because it's got oats in it and that.
But there's Arsenal fans out there that are saying, it's only 1-0. Partey will be back. Brother, people are confused with this whole Madrid away win, blood. You get me? Madrid away is not a toxic environment. It's not intimidating. It's an aura thing. It's a history thing. Yeah? That's what scares you in Madrid. Yeah? PSG is toxic.
But it's a kid shirt. I mean, it's for all ages, mate. It doesn't matter what age you are, you can wear it if you like. I mean, yeah, and that's why Timu's great. You can find loads of random stuff on there. I love it.
It is intimidating. It is raucous. When you go in there, it's you against them. Yeah? Their crowd play their part, blood. Yeah? They play their part, bro. You get me? Arsenal stopped Ashburton Army putting up their fucking banners today, bro. Yeah? I don't really deal with the Ashburton Army like that, blood.
Yeah, I love it, mate.
They actually bring atmosphere to the ground, blood. They actually make the game a better atmosphere, bro. They bring something to the ground. You get me? They got the drums and everything there. They're singing songs all game. I rate what they do, blood, innit? You get me? Take everything aside.
My own Mr. Josh J. Merch your face on it.
I rate what they do, blood. The crowd, the club are not letting them do what they want to do. Putting this bullshit one fucking cannon. How is that going to intimidate PSG? Watch me go PSG, and they got holy banners all around the crowd, blood. Yeah? PSG had more tifo in the away end than we had in the whole stadium, blood. They got one little shabby corner, blood. We had the whole North Bank, and they put one dead cannon. How's that intimidating, bro? The club's a joke, bro. All they care about is themselves, blood. You understand? All they care about is themselves, bro. You get me? And now, you get me? Another trophy this season, bro. Another trophy this season. We ain't coming back, blood. Yeah? We ain't coming back. We got that fraud Odegaard leading us in the next game. We're done. We're done, bro. Because he won't drop Odegaard. Yeah? He ain't got the balls to drop Odegaard and put Ranieri in. He ain't got the balls to do that, blood. You understand? He ain't got the balls, bro. You get me? But another season goes by, blood, with no trophy. You get me? Another year, bro. You understand? Another year. Slot coming here, phase 1, bang. Win the blood clot Premier League. Man were telling me on the weekend, I don't care about the Premier League. I don't care. We're in the Champions League. We're going to win the Champions League. Win what? Win what, blood? Win what? Win what? We couldn't win a raffle if we were the only people in the fucking raffle, mate. We still fucking lose, bro. Yeah? Trust me, blood. But anyway, you don't let me know your thoughts on the game, bro. I'm out, fam.
Troops there, big up to him. I'm on the wind-up side. Yeah, you are, mate. You are. But yeah. Right. Should we have a look at next? Let's have a look. PSG will bottle it. Oh my gosh. We got to listen to this man on AFTV. PSG will bottle it. Really? You think they will bottle it at home, do you? I mean, what are we doing here?
Hi, we've teamed up.
Yeah, no one cares. I just want to listen to this reaction.
1-0. Is it over yet? I mean, listen, it's. I know it's not over yet. I've got experience. If we'd have won 1-0, I'd be.
Yeah, that's okay, Kai. Good night, mate. Marseille are PSG rivals. They aren't happy, definitely.
Saying it's not over yet. So if we'd have went over there and we won, I'd be saying it's not over yet. So I know it's not over yet. Are you confident that we can still go to Paris and turn this around?
Absolutely. King Arteta, I believe this man is going to take us to the Champions League.
King Arteta. What? He hasn't won anything since 2020. King Arteta. Oh, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Good one, mate. Good one. Good one.
Final. Famous last
Did
word.
you get it right tonight?
Here's the thing. They started off, like Keisha said, very, very fast. They did it against Aston Villa. They target that left side. They got Matty Cash on a yellow card in the first 15 minutes in the first game. They tried that with Timber. They kept them going down. Kvaratskhelia was brilliant for the first 25 minutes. But what I found and what annoyed me was our players didn't turn up. They didn't have that passion. You have players like Odegaard, and we're going to talk about Odegaard, but there was a famous program called The Simpsons, and there was a character called Mr. Burns. And some of Odegaard's tackles were like Mr. Burns. It's like Smithers. Like, he'd run away. He'd run away from the ball. Second ball they won. That is unacceptable
Dreadful
in a semi-fucking
performance
final. We can't have
by
that.
Odegaard.
It's not good enough. And then Martinelli, again, he pulled out of a few. After 25 minutes, I think we found I actually think we were the better team. The referee made it very, very difficult for us. Every time, I think Saka.
Oh, here we go. Now they're going to start blaming the refs, are they? Dear me.
I mean, that one with Saka, that was diabolical. Saka won the ball and he gave a foul.
Nuno Mendes I was right there.
Could have been right in there as well. I mean, that could have been a big moment.
That's the linesman's fault as well. Like, Nuno Mendes was already falling over, and they blew. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you think, at this level, have they brought out the referees? And I'll let Ty talk about that a bit later, but it was disgraceful. Now, moving on, I think there is a question about Odegaard. I think, has he got the mentality to take us over the line? I know you're going to go on this as well. But we look at when we went to top four, we were, when we should have got the top four, Odegaard missed those chances against Newcastle. Odegaard missed the chances against Crystal Palace, and we bottled it. Then we've had 2 chances to win the Premier League. Last few games, Odegaard's gone missing. This year, I don't know if he's on some sort of American top model diet, but this skinny look is not working. He's not shooting, he's not crossing, and I feel I'm with some of the other people. I think Winieri should.
This is the thing. He always seems to go missing in big games as well, Martin Odegaard. Has anyone recognised that?
Have a chance. And I think you've got to sometimes, come on, Mikel, gamble.
But if you go gambling too much, it's one. Listen, it's two. That's the thing about the Champions League. It's 2 legs. You lose the first leg, 2. Yeah. It's good night. Yeah. At least you're standing there saying, "Yeah, we still got a chance. It's only 1-0."
Well, I don't think we've got a chance. I think we're going to go through, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. People talk about Arsenal bottle jobs, this, that, the other. PSG are the biggest bottle jobs out there. Let's talk about Barcelona when they were winning 4-0. What happened? Barcelona came back, beat.
Really? You think PSG are the biggest bottle jobs ever? I mean, in the past, you can say yes, maybe, but they won the French league by quite a margin. But it's only Farmers League. I mean, get on here, man. Farmers League. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously.
5. Let's talk about, forget that. Let's talk about last year. Dortmund. They went out at the semi-finals. The pressure will be on PSG in that second leg. So it's not necessarily a terrible result. Because when
the pressure's on PSG in the second leg. No, You are the ones who behind. The pressure is very much on Arsenal. What are we doing here?
When you're 1-0 up at PSG and you've got all your home fans, and there's going to be nervous energy in that thing. And I think we're going to do that. Number 2, Partey will be back. And that guy is a beast. We're a completely different team with Partey. When Partey comes back, Mourinho goes forward. And Mourinho is unbelievable in the air.
Exactly, Adam. They're at home, and they'll be red-hot favourites at home, Paris Saint-Germain.
I feel we're going to sneak a result, and I believe this man is going to take us to the Champions League final.
Well, I can't wait to hear your reaction next week then, when, yet again, your team bottles it. Let's get it right. So, like, who should we listen to next? Let's listen to league judges. To be fair, I do like listening to league judges. You know, he talks quite a lot of sense.
Hi, we've teamed up.
Yeah, but nobody cares about the intro. Turn that down.
It's a disappointing night. 1-0 down, or half time, you can call it half time 1-0, because there is a second leg to come. Where did it all go wrong? I mean, was it just that we were stunned at the start by that early goal? I mean, goal after 4 minutes.
Just disappointing all round. Like, you know, pressure's on. Players don't perform. Manager don't perform. Pressure's on. That's what happens. You know.
Yeah, I agree. Exactly. Spot on, the judges. I agree with you on that.
Pressure was on last week. It was on the 2 games for Real Madrid. Pressure's on.
Pressure's on in that game, like, you know. But there's no expectation. No expectation to beat Real Madrid. There was expectation to win tonight. Expectation to win at home, and they haven't performed. You know what I mean? Like, it's 3 times now in cup competitions we've gone out at home. It ain't acceptable at home all the time. Keep losing at home every time. Like big games last season, Villa lost. You know what I mean? Big games, you know, keep dropping points in the league. You keep dropping points, goals conceded all the time. It comes back and bites you when you play against top class teams. And that's what happened today. Manager's got to have a big look at himself today. Got everything wrong.
Yeah.
Everything wrong today.
What do you get wrong?
The team selection weren't properly. The midfield was all over the place.
Yeah, I agree.
So what should he have done in the team selection?
Well,
you were happy with it?
No, like at the end of the day, I get what he done with it. I understand
but
it.
You just said he got it wrong.
I played Skelly in there. I put him in midfield. We lost the energy of Declan Rice. You know, he was playing the holding role. We had no energy in there, and we got overrun in there. Right? Okay. I look at it and go, right, it's not working, right? And he never changed it, Rob.
Was you unhappy with the lineup at the start of the game?
Listen, I turned around and said from the day one, my team would have been Timber or Tierney at left back and bring in Miles Skelly into midfield, because I didn't want to lose what Declan Rice does for us in midfield. Not only do we lose Thomas Partey in this game today, by the way, he's got to take a lot of play for it.
1 second. So who would you have played as?
I've told you how many more times I've got to fucking tell you. Skelly in midfield. Declan Rice stays the same.
No, but where's
I'm saying wherever fucking holding midfielder, Rob.
So Lewis Skelly's.
Wow. He lost it there, league judges. Wow. Fuck me. That's wild.
Holding midfielder.
Holding midfielder, yes. Declan Rice doing what he's doing.
When's he ever played this?
It's his position in the league and all that.
When have you seen him play it?
When I've seen him playing, he's played it every fucking week in the youth team, Rob. Like every week. Have you seen him play fucking left back? When have you seen him play left back until he's fucking done it this season? Don't make excuses. Do not make excuses.
Calm down, right?
Fucking right, I ain't.
It's a Champions League semi-final, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to experiment with him playing there as a holding midfielder.
Turned around and said sometimes you have to fight.
Gosh, wow. I never heard the league judges get mad like this. This is wild.
Something within he found. Fuck all within today, Rob. That's it.
I don't know, man, because
What else did he do? Up
I'm not-
front, we lost Marino. What was Marino today? He lost. He had no energy in there. He worked hard, but no energy. You've got to look. Declan Rice, look, Thomas Partey, by getting him booked, is the worst scandal.
well, I think you're better off saying that. I think it's easy to say what you're saying now. Because hold on.
No, I'm saying.
Hold on. So I want to bring some balance.
Trying to wind me up here, like.
I'm trying to wind you up.
Wind me up.
No, I'm not.
Right? I don't mind going with that team to start off with, and fucking change it when it ain't
All
working.
right, that's fair enough. But what I'm saying is, right, I'm going to bring a bit of balance to proceedings here.
Well, no, I'll tell you what, we ain't put no fucking balance in the midfield all fucking game to do something.
Right, I'm bringing balance, right, from what I think probably the manager's thinking. Thomas Partey's out. There's no Jorginho who'd normally play that position either.
So find something with
right?
him.
So that's why we all know Declan Rice can play there as a holding midfielder. Yes, you're right. We have lost a bit with him going
Lost
there.
a bit, we've got
right?
overrun, Rob.
But you can understand why he's there.
Lee is not confident about going to PSG. He's all about Lee Gunner, or he's all about Lee Judges. If you talk about Lee Gunner, then yeah, I could imagine. So I will check out his fan cam in a bit. And he's done one.
It's just easy to come here and say what you're saying.
I understand that. I'm not having a go. I turn around and said at the beginning of it, I've said it all the time. I would have done that. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I said it in the beginning. I wouldn't have done that.
Right.
I would have put Marino up front. We lose a little bit with him going up top today as well. There was that decision, right? It took away. We'd lost Thomas Partey. Then we took Declan Rice out of his position that he had, where he couldn't do that drive. We needed energy in that midfield around it. And I think at the end of the day, Arteta maybe should have looked at that and go, I've got to try and do something else. It didn't work in the first half. I'll say it again.
So you're saying he should have bought Tierney or moved?
Yes, well done, Lloyd. Well done, Lloyd. Yeah, well done. You finally got there.
No, the reason why I was bringing it
Ben
up.
White over on Timber on there, but I get that Ben White's not 100% fit. So I'd have probably played Tierney in there, like, you know. Listen, Miles Lewis-Skelly goes into midfield anyway, right? So I just think at the end of the day, we just lost. We lost Declan Rice's bursting runs and getting around the park. He wins the ball higher up. When did we win the ball higher up today? We didn't, and that's what you've got to do. And I'm just saying it. And listen, I get what you're saying as well, but then at the end of the day, change it, Mikel. What was his two changes today? Ben White coming on for Timber, no difference there. And Wayne Yeri in the 89th minute.
But is it, as I've been saying to a lot of people, is it that he's looking at it and saying, right, you know what, works
I get it.
let's not concede another.
He definitely isn't confident.
Well, you know what I mean? If you've got shares in Mikel Arteta or something.
I'm trying to add some balance to it.
I'm trying to add some balance.
Balance. That's what I do here, man. I do that. I try to add some balance. So is it he's looking at it and thinking...
So we're at home and let's not lose 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific, isn't it? You're at home. When you're at home, you've got to take the advantage and try and win the game.
Obviously, you want to win the game, but as it's getting later, you're looking... Is he looking at it?
10 minutes from the end, yeah, I get that. I get that. But then what they had 3 good chances in the last 10 minutes. 1-on-1, they hit the bar. So where's that logic?
Right, it's still 1-0.
Yeah, but not through a little bit of luck.
Yeah, it has been a little bit of luck.
So we didn't shore it up, did we?
Yeah.
We didn't shore it up or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? If you think that that's a great performance tonight...
Of course, I don't think it's a great performance.
Well, then say it then.
But I'm just saying to you...
It's poor.
But it's 1-0.
It's 1-0, yeah, fantastic.
What do you reckon for the second leg?
We lost 2-0 against Newcastle, so we've improved.
So what do you reckon for the second leg?
Second leg? What?
Did you give us any chance in that?
Not really, no. I think I think you have to win your own games. That's why they're here. That's why there's an advantage. There's an advantage of being at home. And every time we play a big team in cup competitions, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't done it. We won in Madrid, but it's a different kettle of fish. Right? And at the end of the day, against Madrid, the fantastic 70 minutes we were in the game. But we had Thomas Partey playing in that game, and we had Declan Rice playing that game, and we run all over him in midfield. It don't help when when you're playing with 10 men, by the way, as well, and an attacking force. Because Martin Odegaard today, there's got to be questions now. That performance from him today, when you lose Thomas Partey, right, and you lose Declan Rice, right? There's one player that's still playing in his normal position in midfield, right? Step up. Step up. He never stepped up once today. He was poor as anything, like, you know what I mean? Listen, someone said to me that he runs around like, well, he should have been at the marathon on Sunday then, shouldn't he? Got a good time as well.
So you're not giving us any chance in the second
No, I
leg.
said that. There's a chance. There's a chance because it's football. Right, but if I'm going to be a betting man, like, you know what I mean? I'm not.
I think they're up against it.
I'm not betting man. But listen, there is still a second leg to come. What do they need to improve in that second leg?
Well, they need to improve on a few things. But one thing I will say, I thought they were fantastic today, by the way. Like their midfield and all that, that killed us all. One thing that we have got coming back is Thomas Partey. Right, and then hopefully Declan Rice comes in. That depends on what the manager does on Saturday, because I hope he's going to not risk any of them. Like, you know, because if he does, we're in a little bit of trouble. Listen, anything can happen in football, but if you're being really honest, you've got to get at least the worst scenario of that result today, Rob, is the worst thing that can happen for us is a draw. The worst thing. You cannot keep losing at home in big competitions and going out. We went out to Man United in the FA Cup. They had 10 men out at home, you know what I mean? Like, and yes, we've listen. We've gone to Holland and won 7-1. Did anybody think we could win there 7-1? I didn't. We was all thinking we'd take a draw. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, like, you know, even in this game, the one thing that I said, the biggest positive that I can say about tonight is there's no away goals rule. Yeah. That is a massive, massive thing. Right, as soon as that goal went in, I said, "Thank God there's no away goals rule," because it doesn't. You know, you can get one. You know, you can go over there and whatever. Like, you know, it's such. I think they could have got another one today. I think if there was an away goal rule, they may have been a little bit more braver in that. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter now. The away goal rule don't matter. I just want. What really frustrates me about today, forget about tactics, forget about everything. It's the performance, Rob. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't there. It wasn't there.
No, it wasn't. At times, I thought it was very lackluster for Arsenal. You know, especially in the midfield, it was not good enough.
Like the first 10 minutes of that game, I'm sitting there, I'm going, have I got?
I do as well. I think realistically, it is.
My passport on me. Have I got the Eurostar here today? Like, because I didn't think we was at home whatsoever. They come here, right, in the first 10 minutes and totally dominated us from 1 to 11. They've run all over us, like, you know what I mean? And it frightened us or whatever. You cannot turn around and say that's because of one player being out of the team. Like, I know we've got like Gabriel out, but let's face it, Kivio's done very, very well for us. And I have to say, up front, like today, I thought, you know, Martinelli he's got to score that. People will go, oh, it's a good save, and it's this, that. It was a good save, but it's European semi-final. You have to take that chance. The Trossard one, that's an unbelievable save, because I'm out there thinking it's game. Someone said to me earlier on, and it's a fair point, and can I argue with this? Can you argue? Martinelli goes through against Madrid. Do you think he's going to score? I did. Why? Because there's not so much pressure on it. But there was massive pressure on that goal for that, and he fouled. Like, you know. And listen, at the end of it, small margins. I don't know how much it was offside. I didn't. When they're showing the goal on the screens and that sort of tells me that it's a goal. Like, you know what I mean? I'm always quite confident that it's a goal. But then obviously it weren't. So listen, if we'd have got that goal, I think we'd have gone on and won the game. Like,
that's why it could be different in the second leg. An early goal.
Yeah. Well, listen, I got to say there's pressure on PSG. There is. You know what I mean? There's always the thing of like, oh, how do they go and play it now? Yeah, they're 1-0 up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, bang. Well, listen, how we was worried. Well, I was anyway, like in Madrid, like when we were 3-0 down, like, you know, if they score early, what's going to happen? Like, we've only got to go there and get one, and then the game changes a little bit, like a little bit of pressure and all that. It's going to be very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. Their two wide players today were outstanding, Rob. I've got to give credit where credit's due. They was outstanding. And at the end of it, I just don't think we done enough today. It was just, I don't know how everybody feels. You know, maybe I'm on my own here. Like, I had so much expectations of this game today. I thought, like, at least we was going to have a real good go at it. I think the performance was tame, limp. It was poor. And I'm disappointed that it's poor, you know what I mean? Like, turn up at the Emirates, turn up and like we did against Real Madrid. How proud was we against Real Madrid of that performance? You know what I mean? Like, today we needed another one and we didn't do it. Like, you know, it's a big blow. Big blow.
Lead Judges is a real fan. Yeah, I agree. I got a lot of time for Lead Judges. And a proper fan, he is. Yeah, 100%. I agree that downright sorting. So listen to anyone else we could listen to. Listen to the judges. Ty is so deluded. He is, honestly. Ty is one of the most deluded Arsenal fans I ever known. Oh, Lee Gunner's done his hand cam. Yes. Oh, we got to listen to this. Let's go, people. Let's fucking go. What's he going to say? What pack is he smoking tonight then? As there is a long pause because he always smokes at the start of the video. Wait for it. It's coming,
We're
people.
smoking.
There you go.
The captain is a fraud pack.
The captain is a fraud pack. There you go.
Disgusting behaviour. Who knew? Absolutely woeful. Disgusting. I actually feel embarrassed, I can't lie. But don't worry, guys. We beat Real Madrid. Really? How's that worked out, lads and lasses and non-binary unicorns? But don't worry, guys. We got to 2 semis. That's about all these virgin Arsenal fans have ever got to a semi. They've never got a full schlong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely fucking shambolic. Footballing lesson tonight. Disgusting. I don't want to hear nothing about referees. Urian Timber should have been sent off. He didn't even get booked. He should have had 2 yellows. Saka should have had a second yellow. Didn't get booked. Hakimi should have had a second yellow. Didn't get booked. But don't worry, guys. Captain Fantastic.
Captain Fantastic. I mean, Captain Shites, more like. He is absolutely useless. Martin Odegaard always goes missing in bigger matches. I mean, let's get it right.
He's made the most fucking forward passes. No, he hasn't. Shut up. He's made the most through balls. I see that. Some bullshit stat. He's made the most through balls in the Premier League. A whopping 15 all season. What a shit footballer. Bless up to over 110,000 people that tuned in to the watch along. Kenny Ken will be next. He was at the game. He has
110,000 tuning in for his live watch along. That is absolutely unreal.
to go through that pain. Jez, then Matty, then the emergency meeting, and oh, trust me, it is an emergency. We're playing with 10 men yet again. Our captain is a fraud.
But this is on either Arteta or the Arsenal board for not bringing in a clinical striker like Manchester United. Why we're struggling to score goals because we did not bring in a clinical forward.
And I've been telling you lot for years. But I was negative. I was toxic. Make sure you sub to Lee Reacts. I will actually have that in the title this time because I always forget. I would actually have Lee Reacts in the title. I will be there tomorrow to watch Lamine Yamal and Pedri ball. Proper footballers. I mean, what phase are they in? What phase is Hansi flicking? Proof again, it don't take time. But don't worry, guys. We've got to keep the gimmick going. I mean, arm waves were through the roof. Raya, Martinelli, our captain. Putting snot in his fucking head.
Yep, hair flicks. Odegaard.
Again, fuck off. The first free kick that geezer didn't take. Yeah, and we scored and it was offside. Funny that. Set piece coach. Set piece again, Alea and that. Set piece coach. As soon as we got the last set piece. Zoom.
He's zooming in and out with his camera. Oh, that's brilliant.
In. Even Super Duper Mix had enough of that set piece coach, mate. He told him, go sit back down, how you mean? Sit back down, how you mean, brother? Sit down. Shut up. Yeah. Our manager looked absolutely clueless tonight. Our captain made one pass in 30 minutes of football. I smoke about 20 of these when I'm on fucking camera. Are you mad? Are you mad? I can make more than one pass in half an hour. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? That guy's a fraud, brother. I've been telling everyone for a minute. This guy's a fraud. For 3 years, I've been telling you that captain is a hindrance. Yeah, Saliba today, fair play to you, mate, because you stopped it going 2-0 with that mad tackle. They should have won that game comfortably. The only positive is only 1-0. But now imagine we go out there and it goes 1-0 to the PSG, bro, to the Parisians. And fair play to them. Listen, they gave us a footballing lesson tonight. Ziri Dewey, Cavra, Usman Dembele. I think he's done a hamstring. I think he's going to.
I mean, they kept possession very well, Paris Saint-Germain, and Donnarumma made some outstanding saves as well. So, yeah, fully deserved winners tonight, PSG. They really were. Well done to them.
Missed the next leg. Yeah, however, Timber probably should have missed the next leg anyway because he should have been sent off. But I think he's injured as well. We brought on Ethan and Wary in stoppage time.
Yeah, I'm still listening to the fan cam at the moment. Well, I think you mean, is Lee Gunner confident for the second leg? Judging by what I'm listening so far, I don't think he is.
The manager's looking at the bench. He's got Kieran Tierney, Zinchenko, Ben White. 4 academy kids, including Ethan. 2 goalkeepers and Raheem Sterling. The fixed bench. But don't worry, guys. We beat Real Madrid. We beat Real Madrid. We've been to 2 semis this season. Let me tell you right now, yeah, I predicted a win. I said 2-0 on my watch along. I said before the game started, I said, I think we'll do this lot 2-0. But if we get any win against this lot, I think we'll go through. That was spineless. Every single one of them was spineless. They had the bar is on the floor with this football club. The goalkeeper, yeah, brother, this goalkeeper worries me, you know. I like him, but the manager's telling him to do what he's doing. So I'm going to give him a break. I'm going to give him a break. However, Saliba was the best of a bad defensive bunch. Declan Rice was the best of a midfield shit show. One-man midfield, big up Deckers, big up Saliba. And let's be real, Bukayo Saka didn't really do a great deal, but he was the best of an attacking line. But the bar is literally no bigger than a 4 out of 10. Absolutely embarrassing. Yeah. My chat were telling me, yo, all you can hear It's the PSG fans, 2,500 of them. Why? Bring the noise, bring your boots, bring your shirts. We need you to kick every ball. The manager jumping around like a prize prat, like a jack in the box. Like a jack in the box playing ball boy. Our captain skipping around. Mikel Merino in midfield, are you fucking dumb? Sociedad's third best midfielder, mate, playing in midfield. Put that fucking idiot up front. He had one chance, one opportunity. Would you capture it or let it slip? No, he put it in the back of the net. He was offside. First set piece that Declan Rice took, by the way. Get that captain out this football club. That guy is an absolute scrub. Yeah? TLC settings. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a... Get out of here, bruv. F this captain. Yeah, that is the first time I've seen Timber this season, yeah? Timber turned into firewood, bruv. Like, real talk, he got chopped down, chopped up, like Bonnie Blue, bruv. Lily Phillips FC, and made into firewood. He's lucky he never gave a penalty away. We got out of there with a 1-0 loss. We are lucky we got out of there with a 1-0 loss. Yeah?
They are, because like Paris Saint-Germain near the end of the game should have scored a couple more goals. So yeah, Arsenal are very fortunate to just lose that 1-0. Oh, big up to you, Rich Makers. Good evening, mate. PSG will not bottle it. Facts, I mean, and this Arsenal fan on AFTV earlier, who I was listening to, just said PSG will bottle it. I mean, what on earth is he talking about? No, PSG are at home. The home crowds will be fully behind them. No way they bottling it. No chance. What are we doing here?
Yeah, what did we create? Nada. Martinelli, I think he was offside. We'll never know because it never resulted in a goal. Yeah, Trossard, that was Declan Rice taking initiative, driving forward, busting through the lines, pulls. David Coot FC. We're shit. Yeah, that's the last time I predict a fucking win against anyone. I'm not predicting a result anymore. I'm not doing it. I predict a loss against Real Madrid. Oh, you need to apologise, Lee. You said we'd lose to Real Madrid. Yeah, oh, hello. They've won it 15 times, mate. But you said we'd beat PSG. Cool, are you all apologising to me then? Well done. We beat Real Madrid. Don't win this competition. Sack him immediately. We get knocked out next Wednesday in Paris. Leave him and feed him to the fucking Parisian ultras, mate. Leave him there. He adores PSG. He even got shown photos of him when he was in the team with Ronaldinho. Cool. Fuck off, mate. You're a scrub. Yeah. Bin. If you don't make that final and win it, bye-bye. Ta-ta. Adios. Ciao. Betty Alamio de Io de puta pussy and granny boya. Fuck you, mate, yeah? I'm sick to death of sitting here week in, week out, going, yo, I actually think we can beat them, you know? Oh, actually, I think we'll get banged by them. Then I get idiots in my chat when we beat Madrid. Oh, you need to apologise. Sound like Harry Kane, yeah, eating crumbs. Get out of here, bruv. I predicted a win tonight. Didn't see no mutants in my chat. Where you hiding, lads? Lasses, spastics, where are you hiding? Because I'm here again, you know. Kenny's next, by the way, Jez Matty in an emergency meeting. Yeah, I've had it up to fucking here, bruv. Look at it. I had my hair cut today. Look at me, bruv. I'm bald. I'm going bald, bruv. 21 years ago. I'm 42. That's half my fucking life ago we won a league. Never seen a champs, bruv. But don't worry, guys. Bring your boots. Yeah, bring your boots. Bring your full kit. Yeah, cool. Good one, mate. Well done. Didn't fancy the bench tonight then. Ethan, if you're watching this, my G, leave in the summer. Leave. Leave, Ethan. Get out while you can, my guy. Go and have a career somewhere else. This manager is a see you next Tuesday. And on that bombshell, we're out. Adios, ciao. Bye-bye.
Wow, he is not happy. Lee Gunner is absolutely human. I mean, and I don't blame him because Arsenal were not good tonight, were they? I mean, let's get it right. I mean, yeah, unbelievable. But, you know, let's go back to, is Tide on his hand cam yet? Just press back on AFTV, people. We will have a look. Nope, he hasn't. But yeah, you know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, all these people saying, "Oh, Lee should apologise because he predicted that Arsenal would lose to Real Madrid." No, why does he have to apologise? Because that's what you call having an opinion. So why does he have to apologise? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. But there you go. End of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? I mean, but I feel that is tie over for Arsenal, 100%. That this is done. PSG will not bottle it next week. No, I don't think they will either. At home, no chance. You know, Arsenal really needed to win this game tonight, but they didn't. So, yeah. It's ridiculous, people. Absolutely ridiculous. But this sums them up in a nutshell. They are never ever consistent enough. So, yeah, they lack inconsistency and just at times like lost their ideas, especially the next year World Cup. Yeah, exactly, in Mexico. Wow. Still alive, shows your elite high standards. Yep, Hayden Cox. Yep, we're still here. Landing them in rules. Just listen to Lee Gunner's hand cam. He is seen and he is not happy with Arsenal tonight. You can blame him. Who else? Let's listen to Dan Potts, shall we?
Yes, people, we're outside the Emirates. It has finished Arsenal 0, PSG 1. And if I'm honest...
There you go. There we go. Henry Talks Bollocks has done a video about Arsenal. Lee is seeing him due to his elite high standards. I see PSG scoring early next week. Yeah, maybe. Could well do Danny Knight's forward team. Let's have a quick listen to Dan Potts.
I have absolutely no complaints about the result. I thought PSG outclassed us. I thought they were by far the better team.
Rich Moneymakers. I'm so glad Arsenal didn't win because I can't think of anything worse than Arsenal winning the Champions League. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think we laid a glove on them. And if I'm honest with you, although Martinelli and Trossard probably should have scored, they had opportunities to win the game and probably killed the game off, to be honest with you. I thought they controlled the midfield. And that's where I want to start. When I look at our captain, Ødegaard, as a captain right now, is letting everybody down. As a player, he's letting everybody down. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he brings to the side. He's spinning around like Kylie Minogue on one bloody pirouette. And every time I look at him, I'm getting frustrated.
I'm spinning around. Move out of my way.
He's not shooting. He's not scoring. He's not passing. He's not dragging us through the line. I've done sticking up for this guy, people. I've tried and I've tried to say that he's proved me wrong. I've tried so much to say that back 4 years ago when I said that Maddison should have been better at Arsenal when he's scoring 18 and goals and assists of 18, 19s and 20s for Leicester, that he would have been a better. No, Ødegaard was the guy, Dan. Everybody told me you're in the mud. Ødegaard is the guy. He's going to get us 15 to 20 goals and assists a season. The guy's got 5 goals and assists this season. It is absolutely abysmal from him. I need to see a better performance from him. And tonight, do you know what? I thought maybe he could be the difference maker. With Thomas Partey out, we need a hell of a midfield performance. And Declan Rice can't do it all, by the way. He was probably the best of our midfield. I don't know what Marino does in midfield. He's definitely a striker. This is another number 8 we've bought like Kai Havertz that looks better at number 9. What is going on here? We've got Marino in the 8. Now he looks better up top. We actually missed Marino tonight up top, in my opinion, in terms of the link-up play, in terms of the strength, in terms of that link-up, the hold-up, everything about his game against Real Madrid. I thought we needed tonight up top. I'm not saying that Trossard had a bad game. He missed an absolute sitter. He should have scored. Martinelli, likewise, in the first half, should have scored. So you could say we should have won the game 2-1. But really, let's be honest, PSG deserved to win. They should have scored a few more as well. They controlled the game. They went 1-0 up within 3 minutes. We're still singing North London Forever. And it's already, wow, I can't even hear them celebrating because we're still singing. And after that, it was pretty much a training session for PSG. It was passing it around in midfield. It was dinking it back. It was dicking it over the top. No, that didn't work. Don't matter. They ain't going to do anything, Arsenal. Their midfield's trash. We're going to control it. My goodness, how easy was it for them, man? They didn't even try. They didn't need to be good tonight, PSG. They didn't need to be good. And then I look at Vitinha. Oh, my God. How good is he, by the way? He literally just dinks the ball around like it's a playground. And we went over to Porto and we ended up with Fabio Vieira. What is happening here? I think to myself, how can Arteta and Edu look at that midfield in Porto and go, right, oh, he's rubbish, that Vitinha. Oh, that baller of Fabio Vieira. We need him. This guy's gone back on loan to Porto, and this guy's now balling out on the carpet here. Not only has he done it PSG and Porto, he's now delivering the Champions League. That is the equivalent of going to Wix or B&Q and looking at a bar from Sink and going, now I'll take the bucket, cheers. That is basically what we've done over at Porto by getting Fabio Vieira instead of Vitinha. Shockingly bad from Arsenal a few seasons ago in terms of scouting. That's another story. I look tonight and I think, did Kvaratskhelia or Dembele have to be outstanding tonight? Not really. Did Vitinha have to be outstanding? No, because he found it easy. João Neves, what a baller he is, by the way. Easy. Our midfield tonight was a disgrace. And Martin Ødegaard is the one I want to mention because that's the guy I look towards. That's the guy I'm being told is a captain because he's a role model. He leads by the press. He leads by example. Everybody wants to be this guy. I don't want to be him. And I'm shit at football, trust me. I don't want to be Martin Ødegaard. He was an absolute shambles tonight again. Spinning around on a pirouette like Kylie Minogue. That's all he ever does. Passes it backwards, passes it sideways. He's just a bit of a crab, isn't he? He don't ever go forwards. He goes sideways, this guy. Yeah? I'm sick and tired of Martin Ødegaard's performances, and I've tried my best to defend him. Everybody says, oh, no, you're out of order, you're out of order. I'm going, yeah.
We got Josh, mate. I'm back. Welcome back, Adam. Just been listening to you Arsenal fans, mate. I listened to Lee Gunner's hand cam. He was very angry.
He's a good player. Sorry, Martin. Can't defend you anymore. I'm sick and tired of it. I need you to turn up in big games. I need you to turn up in half-decent games. I need you to turn up in games. You haven't done any of that this season. It's been poor. He's had a baby. That's all I keep hearing. He's had a baby. He's the only footballer to have a baby, people.
And what? And what? Yeah? What's that got to do with it? You're a professional footballer. You should be doing your job. It's as simple as that.
Tottenham fans, we have had.
Congratulations, Martin Ødegaard. He is the only footballer to have had a baby. Well played. Bollocks. Absolute crap. Everyone has kids, yeah? And do you know what they are?
Yeah, big up to Lee Gunner.
They have a nanny because they're millionaires to look after their baby. Don't give me this crap that he's had a baby so now he can't kick a football. He's still injured. He was injured back in November. What are you playing him for if he's still injured? Got Ethan on the bench, yeah? He's sick still. He was sick back in November. That's some serious food poisoning. This guy just isn't good enough at the moment. Let's just say it how it is. Let's stop making this crap excuses for him all the time. He has been poor, and we need to live with that. And in my opinion, if it was me and I was walking into this club, I'd be going, cheers for that captain's armband. Fair play, but you didn't really do a good job. So I'm going to give it to you, Gabriel. Or I'm going to give it to you, Declan Rice. Or in fact, I'm going to give it to Gabriel and Declan Rice are going to be my vice. Because this guy is not a captain or a leader. He's a technically gifted footballer that cannot get us across the line. That has been poor consistently this season. And I'm a lover of him. I like him. People keep saying to me, what the hell do you like him for? He's crap. And I'm like, I'm struggling here, but I'm going to say that I think he's technically gifted. Is he on the level of Fabregas? Absolutely not. Is he on the level of Santi? No, thank you. Is he on the level of Mesut Ozil? Nowhere near. Is he as good as the Ramseys and Wilsheres? Probably not. Is he as good as Sami Nasri or Arshavin or even Paul Merson? No, he actually isn't. But he's probably one of the best we got, which proves that our midfield really isn't that creative, is it? Because when Partey and Rice are your two best, they ain't creative midfielders. So I've got to look at that midfield trio and think, yep, I'm quite happy with it. But seriously, there needs to be some surgery in the summer. Because if Partey's going, that's what we've got, people, tonight. Partey out of here, that's what we've got tonight. Next season. Poor. Really poor. Now let's talk about Mikel Merino, who, to be fair, scored. He was offside, put himself about tonight, physical attributes. But is he a number 8? Is he who you want to see to replace an upgrade on Granit Xhaka, who, by the way, I slated for the best part of 6-7 years, saying we needed to upgrade on. And do you know what? I take him back. And do you know what he'd do? He'd walk straight into this midfield. But when you don't actually work and you're starting to think, do you know what, Mikel? Let's look towards the bench, Mikel. And all he's doing is going like that to the crowd. I'll tell you what, Mikel, how about you get some fucking subs on? Because this ain't working. Yeah? Stop doing that to us. How about you move and try and get someone on the pitch? And I don't mean Ben White coming on for Timber, yeah, in the 80th minute. And I don't mean Ethan Nwaneri coming on 89 minutes, by the way, yeah, to try and change and win us the game for Erdegaard, who, by the way, should never have lasted more than 65 minutes. Ethan Nwaneri coming on 89, he must have thought, you are kidding me. What's happening here? You want me to come win you this game in 89 minutes when you've played Sterling ahead of me against Palace? This is the problem I've got with this manager. What's he doing? It makes no sense. Trossard tonight. I'm a lover of Trossard. I think he's a good player. He's 100%. Should have scored. But let's be real. Marino should have been up top. Because that's what we did against Real Madrid. And if Partey's out, you play Rice and you bring in either Zinchenko or Lewis Skelly into that midfield. And you know what? If you're not going to start with that, which you didn't tonight, and you're going to start with Marino in midfield,
Yeah, he's
realise
hot,
after 60 minutes, this ain't really working, is it? Let's change it up. Let's bring off Martinelli if he's that bad. Let's bring Trossard in the left. Let's put Marino up top and let's put Lewis Skelly into midfield. Bring on Ben White if you want, but don't take Timber off. Yeah, put Timber at left back, Ben White at right back. Play Lewis Skelly in the middle. Have him going forward, driving forward on the ball, and you've got Marino to have the target man. But he doesn't do that. Ben White, on you go. Who's he taking off? Oh, Timber's coming off. Right. So we're bringing off a right back for a right back. We've got to bloody win the game, people, yeah, or at least score a goal because the tie's not over. This is poor from Mikel Arteta. Really poor today. And I see Wayne Rooney blaming the fans. I'm not blaming the fans today. We were up for it. We did our job. We were screaming for the team. We were getting behind it. We were supporting the team. All I keep getting is Martin Odegaard and Arteta doing that to us every single minute. Well, get off your ass and make a substitution. And do you know what, Martin Odegaard? Stop telling us to lift our game. Lift your fucking game. Because you've been devastatingly bad for the last 6 months. I haven't seen you for months. So I'm sick and tired of everybody blaming us. It's the fans' fault. They didn't get up for the game. What are you talking about? That was unbelievable atmosphere out there before we even kicked a ball. And before we could even finish North London forever, we're 1-0 down. So I'm sick and tired of hearing this, these fans that. The fans did nothing wrong tonight. I'm looking at the manager, I'm looking at the players. Now, the tie ain't over. The tie is not over, right? We can't go over there. But you know what? They're going to score. They're going to score over there because they can score here. That means we need 2 just to take it to extra time. So a lot of people are saying this tie could be over. I don't think the tie could be over. But trust me, it's going to be difficult now, yeah? So that's where I'm at. Listen, we go into the Premier League now. Who cares? Premier League's done. Liverpool won the league. Who cares? We go out there. We try and keep our players fit. It's all on next week for us now.
Yeah, it's great, Adam. It really is. I enjoy them as well,
It was
mate.
easy for them. It was a training game. It was absolutely easy. It was one of those on the pitch they could just kick and deliver. João Neves, Vitinha, proper good players going forward. We know what Dembele's about. We know what Kvaratskhelia is about. We know they've got Barcola, they've got Doué. You know what? They didn't even have to turn up tonight because Saka was pretty poor. Martinelli was pretty poor. And obviously in midfield, we got...
I mean, Saka didn't have the best game, but he was still trying to make things happen.
Outclassed. So look, we're in a position right now where Arsenal need to win the Champions League. We need to save our season. It's been bad. It's been a bad year. Let's hope that we can do it. Let's hope that we can deliver. And we need to get across the line. Mikel Arteta needs to deliver. The only trophy you can win is this one. It's the only time that we can see us lift the trophy this season is the Champions League. Now, I'm not saying that he's absolutely scuffed it. I'm not saying he's dropped it. This is going to be very difficult now because for me, PSG are a very, very good side. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans tonight that were saying 4-0, 4-1, 3-0, 2-0. I said we'd win 2-1 tonight, and I got mudded, let alone the 3s and the 4s that people said we were going to do. This is going to be very difficult now for Arsenal.
I don't think they will either.
Can we do it? I hope we can. I absolutely pray we have to. Yeah? Don't worry about Barcelona and Inter Milan. Let them play tomorrow night. Let's see what happens there. For us, we need to get to that final. And when I look at it right now, the only way we do that is to allow our midfield to be dominant against PSG in that second leg. And the reason that I believe we can do that is because Thomas Partey is back. Now, I'm a fan of Declan Rice in the 6. I am. I like him there a lot. But I felt tonight Thomas Partey was massively missed. Massively missed. And we've got him back.
Definitely.
So with Partey and Rice and Ødegaard coming back into
tonight, they definitely missed that creating side without Thomas Partey. But unfortunately, though, Thomas Partey is to blame why he was suspended. Arsenal mentality is not good. No, it's not.
That midfield, it needs to dominate. And Ødegaard's going to get another chance because Ødegaard's loved by the manager. Ødegaard's there every single game. Ødegaard's wearing the armbands, and he's going to get a chance to deliver. With Partey and Rice, I actually have more faith in our midfield. Without one of them components, we see tonight that it can get out dominated, and that's what happened. Vitinha, Jam Neves, Fabian Ruiz, easy for them tonight. Easy. Dembele hardly really needed to kick the ball. Scored his goal. Done. Kvaratskhelia again. After they scored their goal, did they have much to do? And I'll lastly say Martinelli and Trossard, they got to do better, man. Trossard goes through one-on-one, he's got to score. Martinelli goes through in the first half, and I'm thinking that must be a goal. We've seen it already over in Madrid. Easy. Pressure was off in Madrid. Pressure's on today. Misses. Got to deliver. Got to do better than that. So for me, when I look at where our players are at and where our manager is at, we need to get across the line. And this reminded me of a performance similarly to when we played Manchester United and Newcastle in cups domestically. We couldn't get across the line.
Yeah, they will.
Why is that? What is it about this?
I'll
manager
definitely
that
get
we
behind
cannot
their
get
team.
this team across the line? That elite mentality. There's something in it. It's not the individual quality. We've seen us just go and beat Real Madrid 5-1. Why can't we not do this? And there's something in us that says, no, we're not able to get across that line. So this is what I need to see change. This is why I've had doubts over Arsenal winning the Champions League. This is why people say to me, well, we can do it. Absolutely, you're right, we can. Why do I not believe we can do it? Because of performances like that. I expected better tonight. I expected 2-1 Arsenal. And people call me negative. Oh, you're always moaning. You're always moaning. I said Arsenal win 2-1 tonight. I'm the one who's in the mud now. We lost 1-0, people. Yeah? So this is where I'm at. It's not over. Next week, we've got to deliver. Partey's back, and we missed him tonight big time. That's what the future looks like without Thomas Partey, by the way, people. Yeah? And I've not seen Zubimendi enough to know that he's better than Thomas Partey. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Thomas Partey, Zubimendi. So we need to look at that in the summer. But for now, we have to believe that we can do it and turn it around.
I don't see Arsenal getting cross line because Arteta doesn't have mentality. I agree.
And now we've got to go and do it in Paris, people. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Oh, Kenny Ken. Let's listen to what Kenny Ken has to say on Lee Gunner's channel. You know, he's another real one, Kenny Ken.
So, Arsenal 0, PSG 1. Another semi-final, this manager has failed to set up a team to score a goal. That's now 6 semi-finals in all comps in a row that we haven't scored a goal. We're at home. We got stunned. Kind of fortunate goal. It came off his shin, his standing leg, kind of. However, we got a footballing lesson in that first half. They to a man were absolutely phenomenal. We looked starstruck. Yeah, our best attacking player, Mikel Merino, our most clinical. Actually, I'll rephrase that. Our most clinical attacking player was playing in midfield. Big cock up. Our captain played another cock up, another red flag. Yuri and Timber looked like he came off injured after being thrown back on for 12 minutes after having a word with the medical staff. That was our first sub on about 80 odd minutes. He's lucky he never got booked because he should have been booked twice and sent off. Saka got booked and then should have had a second yellow. Hakimi should have had a second yellow. And their goalkeeper made an unbelievable save when Declan drove through midfield, laid it on a plate, and Trossard, I think the Martinelli chance, I think he was offside, but obviously it never got that far. Maybe the Barcola chance would have been offside. I think one of their players is offside in the build-up. But Kenny, I want to ask you a question, and make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972. I'll share your Insta post, Kenny, as always. My chat was lighting up saying that all you could hear was the 2,500 PSG fans. Yeah. Did it feel like a Champions League semi-final to you? And what are your thoughts on the game? Because all my chat was saying was, yeah, this is shambolic. Yeah, all you can hear is the PSG fans, and it looks like we're scared. What did you make of it, mate? Front row seats and that.
Well, first and foremost, before the game, the atmosphere was absolutely electric. There was a lot of anticipation. Unfortunately, with Arsenal, when Arsenal fans don't expect to win, we put on a fantastic performance. The Real Madrid game was like it was our cup final. I was at the game, and there was no there's no fanfare about the semi-finals and air expectations like we expected to win the game because it was PSG. But in terms of the atmosphere, as soon as PSG scored, that was it. It became flat. And people need to stop criticising the fans. Everyone knows that if you go to a football match, you get the players lead the way. Their performances give the fans impetus in order to give the fans a lift, so we can give you a lift. We can't give you a lift if you're not at it. And that was a situation for first and foremost, Kvaratskhelia, like I said, what he did was very intelligent. He didn't try to beat Tim, but what he did is he saw the space for Dembele. Unfortunately, Declan Rice was found wanting, and a senior play shouldn't be that. Shouldn't leave us do a skilled by error like that. And Dembele didn't scuff it, but that's the only way it was going to go. And if he hit it well, it could have gone. It could have hit one of our players, or it could have gone over the bar. Because he scuffed it, it took our player. It took Raya by surprise, and it went in there. And afterwards, we started panicking. All the bad habits from Crystal Palace, all the bad habits from our Premiership games came into play when those 15 minutes after they scored. And then, when we got into the last half an hour, we got in amongst them. We decided to vary our game, but it was a little too late. There was a great chance for Martinelli, that Donnarumma saved. Saka got into the game again, where he put in a nice little cross, but Martinelli couldn't get on the end of it. And then,
like I was saying earlier, Bukayo Saka didn't have the best of games. He was still trying to make things happen, and it was definitely the best attacking player for Arsenal tonight, 100%.
It was one of those things where we go in here at half time and there is a bit of momentum. And then it's a situation where there's a case of everyone getting up. As soon as that the goal was disallowed, that was it. It was kind of game over in terms of mentality. We didn't believe we were going to kind of break them down. Don't get me wrong. Declan Rice did try to get in the game. He made a very, very good, bursting run where he set up Trossard. Trossard's been in good goal scoring form. Can't lie. Normally puts that away. Great save by Donnarumma. But let's talk about the goal that wasn't the goal. First and foremost, I thought we were a bit lucky to get the free kick in the first place. But it was given as a yellow card because I think there was no way. I think it was Mendes was ever going to beat Mourinho in the air unless he fouled him. So the referee's given a yellow card. From that situation, the ball goes in the net, but it's all like slow motion. The crowd don't know how to celebrate. PSG have got their arms folded, they're in the referee's face, and then the goal gets given, and then you go up to the centre circle. And then when I saw Fabian Ruiz get the ball and kick it back to Donnarumma, I thought, game's up here. The referee's going to call offside. And after that, it was a case of the best players on the pitch weren't Arsenal players. The best players on the pitch were PSG players. I thought people are going to talk about fatigue and controlling midfield, but you had to, if you're on the pitch, you'll be very impressed with Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz cleared everything up, got the ball, passed it to a blue shirt. I thought Hakimi, had had Martinelli and the lock and key. I thought Mendes played Saka well. He forced Saka. The only time Saka got in behind him was probably when he had a cross in the first half of his right foot. But the only times Saka got in the game was when he cut inside and try and get in the play and try to force things to happen. My own guy, I'm afraid, any credit you had is out of
No, he ain't
even
got
your
credit.
fans.
He- Kenny,
Even your fans.
He's got no credit, Kenny. That guy's strong.
No. What I'm trying to say is not from me or you. I'm talking about his fans. Because his fans, and one guy in particular is a big Martin Odegaard fan, Dan Potts, was absolutely incandescent with rage with his performance. Or lack of performance. Because basically what's happening is that regardless of whether Thomas Partey is playing or not, or whether you've had a good season or not, this is a game that defines players. This is a game that defines your career. And once again, you're a fan missing. You can't have a situation where all heads are down because Thomas Partey is missing. Boo-hoo. It happens.
One pass in half an hour. First half an hour, one pass.
And it got to even worse. He was getting knocked off the ball again. And the biggest indictment on the fact that Martin Odegaard nearly got a near full game is because our bench.
He got sucked off bang on 90 minutes.
Yeah, but our bench leaves a lot to be desired. And it's down to the manager. It's first and foremost, it's down to the manager's poor management of players' times and players' fitness, which leads to injuries. And most importantly as well, it's again that we should never have a gap between our subs and the first team. But the reason why the gap between our subs and the first team is because there's a lack of trust, plus there's a lack of quality. Look what happened with PSG. Zaire Emery came on, top player, French international. Bacola came on, top player, French international. Mendes came on for as a centre forward when Dembele went off because he went on Ramos came on. Ramos came on, and basically he led the line. PSG have got levels above us in terms of player quality, playing ability, and options on the bench. And the only thing that PSG be kicking themselves for is that they didn't come away with a 3-0 win, because this is one of the things where PSG look at this and think, you know what, we left the door ajar, because stranger things happen in football. But in terms of what happened 6 years ago, when Spurs lost the first leg at the sort of Hotspur Stadium, and they went to Amsterdam and somehow got into the final. Now, are we capable of that? On this performance, not at all. But the problem we've got is that we've got a double-edged problem. Yes, we bring Thomas Partey back, and yes, we played Mourinho up top. But the situation is, if we go through it from the whistle, we know that PSG, for the first half an hour, at least, are going to press us like tigers and try and press us out of the game and force mistakes. So if we do try and force a play, they can get in and behind us and score early. If they score early next week, then you might as well think, right, what channel am I going to watch the Champions League final on? That's going to be your situation.
If they score early, you see how them Real Madrid players looked when Declan slapped the second free kick in.
Yeah, that's how we're going to.
That's where.
Yeah,
we're halfway there. We're halfway there. The first Declan free kick is how we look tonight.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, is that the thing is that football finds you out. You can't keep on winging it. For the last all season, we've won it in this Champions League, where we're able to overpower teams because of the fact that we have our extra fitness. But against a team that made sacrifices against us, first and foremost, they pressed us in a way Real Madrid were not willing to do. Their players who ran their nuts off, which Real Madrid didn't do, and they put us to the sword when they needed to, which Real Madrid did do. And then when they went to goal up, they worked their nuts off. Let's just face it. We've been found out once again. We were found out last season, i.e. by losing to Aston Villa, where everyone was talking about us being these all-conquering heroes, but our frailties came to the core. Today, our frailties came to the core. Now, this shouldn't be any surprise, because we've seen this at least, we've seen this 16 times in the league, 13 draws and 3 defeats. So what PSG did to us today, teams have been doing to us all season in the league. And you can't always play poorly in the league and expect to lift it because it's PSG. Sometimes your bad habits stay with you. And what's happened today is that our bad habits transferred from the Premiership to today. The bad habits of Crystal Palace transferred to today, and we just can't keep on going to that well. You can't keep on playing injured players. Now, Saka works his nuts off, but a fit Saka doesn't perform like that. Simple as. But he has to play 90 minutes because there's no quality on the bench, and because there was no quality bought in the summer market. But they're in lies situation. We all celebrate about Real Madrid. Everyone said that they were going to make people's lives hell who are against Mikel Arteta. Well, come next week, what you're going to find is that people are going to be able to evaluate the whole season and be able to sum it up in one thing. Once again, when the going got tough, we can't get going. Once again, when the true winners came to the party, we were still the bridesmaids. And nothing's changed since 2003, really. With that,
don't worry, Cody. 2 semi-finals and second place. We go again.
No. I think what's happened is that
he's a striker.
No. There's no more time. If we do not deliver next week, then we've got to draw a line under it and say thanks for your help, Mikel. But right now we've got to go elsewhere.
No, if his help, he's paid for his help. He's hired help, mate.
And that's the thing. But the fact is that on a slot has shown you can go to a club, tweak it a little bit, and turn the underachievers who didn't see it through in the league last season into winners by adding high standards.
I agree. Kenny can speak in facts there.
God, I wish we got on a slot.
Or Hansi Flick, or Conte. They're all washed, Kenny.
Mikel Arteta is the nearly man of English football. He will be so as long as he's at Arsenal Football Club. He may be the pipe piper at another club, but Mikel Arteta, you better turn it around next week, or it's your time's up.
Adio, ciao. We're out.
Spot on. I mean, what a fan cam that is from Kenny Ken. Oh, here we go. Jez. This is the one I've been looking forward to. Arsenal nil, PSG 1. Upset Jez. Fan cam. Shambles.
So, Arsenal 0, PSG 1. We got a lesson in how to play football tonight from a manager who's won this competition. In fact, he's actually won 5 competitions in one season. He's also wrapped up the league invincible. Oh, but they've lost.
Michael
to Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, they did lose to Nice, and they took us apart tonight. They could have won comfortably. We're lucky that Saka stayed on the pitch. We're lucky that Timber never even got booked. However, at what cost? Because we threw that guy back on the pitch and played him for 12 more minutes when it looked like he was injured. And they were radioing through to the manager. Our set-piece coach tonight, Jez, got binned, thrown back to his seat after the last corner. Arteta had the ump with him. And our captain... Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Absolute shit show. From the get-go. Martinelli should have scored, probably offside. He probably would have got VAR and offside. Trossard was the only save the goalkeeper really had to make, and it was quality, by the way. Declan Rice bursting through the one-man midfield that he was. William Saliba with a fantastic challenge. Probably our best defender tonight because Skelly looks out of his depth at times. Timber, that's the worst I've seen him play. And Kivior spent half of his time chasing Doué in midfield for no apparent reason. Sub to Jezza. We're going to jump on the emergency meeting after Matty's fan cam, which is up next. Check out Mohammed PSG INT, my fan cam, Kenny, and obviously this one, and then Matty. But Jez, embarrassing, mate. 6 semi-finals in a row in all comps. We ain't scored a goal. Our captain made 1 pass in 30 minutes tonight, in the first 30 minutes, mate. We didn't look like scoring. Let's be real. We're the only positive for me, Jez, is this 1-0.
It was very poor. To go down 1-0 to Dembele in 3 minutes. As soon as I saw that, I thought, this is going to be hard work now. This is going to be hard work. I mean, they were, for the first 25 minutes, Arsenal weren't even in the game. And we got out of that 1-0 down. It could have been 2-0. You know, it was an absolute shit show. We looked frightened. We looked scared. And I thought this manager had got, I saw the state.
Yeah, they definitely looked a bit nervous. I would agree with Jez there. Arsenal definitely were a bit nervous, 100%. No, they didn't have, very good mindset at times. They just looked like they're rushing things. And yeah, they just completely lost their ideas, didn't they? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get the narrative right.
That Arsenal are prepared. Well,
bring your boots, he said.
I didn't see any preparation there at all. I thought it was a very lackluster display. The crowd,
yeah, it was lackluster.
The ultras from Paris never shut up all night, which is what we are accustomed to from teams from Europe. For the fans to for the players to have to go over and go, come on. I don't really ever remember being at a game ever in my life, even in the shit days, having players have to come over and shout to the North Bank, come on, get up for it. That says to me the whole problem with this football club right now. It was awful to watch. I just thought, are we really trying to challenge for this Champions League? Are we really going to get in for it? Because I didn't see it today. Sorry, and it's going to upset a lot of people. But I speak facts. And it was a poor display. Odegaard, waste of time. Absolute waste of time, the man was. Yeah, Rice did a job. Did you see him? He was actually trying to get the midfield up. He was actually trying to get them to get up. Yeah, I mean, poor defending. Saliba, great saving tackle. I don't get it. I don't get this one. This set piece coach, right? Free kick comes in. Why are they all fucking standing offside? As soon as that goal went in from Marie, I said that's offside.
So
exactly. Why are they still standing offside?
I said that's offside. I don't know why it took 3 minutes for VAR to work it out, because I could see it.
That's ridiculous. I mean, it's obvious that they were offside, some players. I mean, what are we doing here, people? Seriously.
Especially with semi-automated offside.
Exactly. I thought that's offside.
And the camera angle was mad because it ain't in line. Yeah. And Ola was going crazy. Bless up Ola. I was like, yo, come on. Yeah, and then
Ola was going mental. I was listening to the Gunners like watched on, and he was going absolutely crazy.
I was like, yo, first replay, I was like, they're all offside me.
The one thing I will say, though, I think the referee was a little bit too involved. To give a Trossard that yellow card at that stage of the game in the early that's a bad move, because he basically then put a precedent on the game.
Yeah. To be fair, though, it was a yellow jersey. Hakimi was away if he didn't touch him.
I'm not denying that. I'm not.
But at the same time, Timber never got booked, and he should have been sent off, mate. 2 yellows.
One of their plays in the second half.
Hakimi should have had a second yellow. Yeah, Hakimi.
Exactly. So a little bit of inconsistency there tonight.
Yeah.
And you know me, I don't normally criticise a ref, but I thought he was a little bit wrong there today.
Anyway, he was too free kick happy.
Yeah.
Nor do I. I don't really criticise refs, because what's the point? Because after a while, you keep criticising referees, then it can get a bit boring. And we all know the officiating is terrible, but I don't moan, bitch, and cry about referees, because what's the point?
Yeah, but we'll move on from that, because I don't want to be clipped as being it's all down to the referee. Oh.
Did you notice as well, right at the end of the game, Thomas Partey, 29, and Calafiori were all standing on touchline. They're all up in the crowd before that. Oh, look at our injuries. Yeah, come down, lads, come down. Come on down. Calafiori, come on down. 29, come. Thomas Partey, come on down. Oh, look. Now they picked him out in the crowd. They have picked all three. Oh, look at the injuries. They're without their injuries. Hold that. Where's our captain, mate? One pass in the first. Jez, you're in your 60s, mate. You could have played more than one pass in the first half an hour.
Yeah.
That guy's a scrub. And did you notice the Marino goal that was offside was the first set piece we took with Declan Rice on it and not the captain?
Yep.
He's a hindrance, mate. That guy is playing against us, mate.
10 men. Seriously, it's like playing with 10 men. There was a few players there tonight. I thought Saka was poor, if you want my opinion. I thought Trossard gave his best of what he could try and do. I thought Martinelli was poor, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, I thought he was shocking tonight, Martinelli. I don't think he offered much at all tonight, you ask me.
No. We go again next Wednesday. Do I think we'll get that result over the line? It's going to be a massive ask, Lee. With that sort of display, no chance. I would honestly fear that we go to the Parc de France next week against them with that display, they're going to pipe us about 2-3-0. Honestly. And that will be embarrassing. But we'll get all the excuses from all these people. Oh, well, it was this, it was that. The referee in the first game.
They can't even blame the ref, Jez, yeah, because they've spent all season saying the refs in the Champions League are better than the Prem, so they can't even use that.
Well, they will. You know that.
Yeah, they will. But we got to 2 semis, Jez. Yeah, and we finished second, so it's progress. Without a striker, all the injuries. Our manager sat in the Prem. Oh, the unprecedented and all the things that have happened against us. This club is PRFC, Jez. They got all of them injured players.
So Manchester United, Lee, both Manchester United and Arsenal, PRFC at times.
On the sideline, when they're all set up in the crowd with their wives and their girlfriends. Yeah, they got them down the touchline right at the end of the game. Partey, 29, Calafiori, so on and so forth, yeah? All down there at the end of the game. Zoom in. The camp, they love a zoom in in English football.
And this is totally off topic, right? Totally off topic, right? It's a Tuesday night. It's been lovely weather today in England, beautiful weather, right? Why the fuck have you got 2 women with their little babies in these buddy bags at the Emirates? What the fuck are they doing there? Are they interested? No. If you actually watch them on camera,
they weren't even looking.
They chat to each other. You know what they're talking about? They're talking about babies.
Yeah.
They're not bloody interested. Why are they there?
Because it looks good, Jez.
PR, is that because...
Well, we see Finger 3 or 4 times. We never see Berta, though, did we? First game we ain't seen Berta zoomed in on. Where was he? Was he there? First game we have not seen Berta.
I'm sure he was there.
100% he's there. We didn't see him, though, did we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the game was a shit show, mate. What chance do you give us of going through, Jez? Because I thought we'd win. I don't know what your prediction was, but I thought we'd win.
I predicted 2-1 to Arsenal. I did.
Mm. Do you think we go through now, though, Jez?
No.
Same.
Going to the Parc de France, mate, it's going to be a totally different game. Totally different game. The whole atmosphere around that stadium will be nothing like we saw tonight at the Emirates. They will be up for it. And I don't know if you've been. I've been around. I've never been to the stadium.
I've never been. I've been past it. I've driven me. I've been past it.
It's a pretty rough area.
Yeah, it is.
And they will be big up for it. And good luck to the Arsenal fans that go next week. I wish you well.
Stay safe as well, man, because that's not nice.
It's not a nice area around there.
The PSG fan I had on, he said that was probably. He's gutted that they didn't win by more. But he said that's probably the best
they should have won by more now.
It's up the arse going forward. If they'd won,
they're a bit wasteful.
Play something like the Villa game. Yeah, when they were 5-1 up over the 2 legs and then nearly fucked it. He goes, the fact it's 1-0, we have to be switched on all the way. Yeah, whereas if they're 2 or 3-0 up, they can switch off a little bit, concede a goal, then can say, and all of a sudden they shit the bed. Yeah.
The interesting thing though, Lee.
We're finished, yes.
We need a goal. And we bring on a defender. Ben White.
Yeah. And then we bring on Ethan in stoppage time.
Why?
Why? Because our bench is a shambles, Jez. We've got 4 youth team players, including Ethan, 3 fullbacks, Sterling, and 2 goalkeepers. That's our bench. Yeah, and they made 3 subs, I think, before we made 1.
Yeah,
and he threw Timber back on that pitch when the medical staff had said and radioed through. He threw him back on the pitch for another 12 minutes. Yeah, and then took him off. And Timber was limping a little bit when he came off. He's fucked. Anyway, listen, Jezza, shout your channel out, bro. Well, I'm going to do Matty's fan cam. We'll go live on the emergency meeting. I've sent you a link. What you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, it's Arsenal History Ball. Tomorrow night, 5:30, we're going to go and talk about proper football with Kenny and DJ. Leave. You're around, you're welcome. 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. We're going to talk about the league title. Something positive. Something that we could be happy about. You know, because I'm fed up with this depressing, boring football. I'm sorry.
League in the mud.
Depressingly boring. You know, and
the end is night, Jess. The end is night. We should have got Wenger in the second half. He would have won the game, mate.
You can see him sitting there. I watched him. He's like this,
right in front of our CEO. But listen, it is what it is. Make sure you sub to Jezza. We'll be back for the emergency meeting in about 12 minutes. We're out. Laters.
Take care, people.
Yeah. The gunner is currently lying for his emergency meeting right now, I can see. So, yeah. It's not like lying. Big up to every single one who's been lying and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. So, we are going to be redirecting to Lee Gunner now for his emergency meeting. And make sure when you head over to his YouTube channel, you put Mr. Josh J. Raid. I just want to say big up to everyone who's been in the live chat. It's like I like to do in the end of the show. Big up to Dino 14. Big up to Kai. Big up to Adam Dahl 2025. Big up to Adam Partridge. And yeah, big up to Hayden Cox, of course, as well. A real one. And big up to Rich Moneymakers as well. So we're out of gear, people. Don't forget, Glazers out, Ineos out, and brown envelopes in the bin. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you put Mr. Joshy J. Raid when you head over to Lee Gunner's channel. And yeah, this has been a good stream reacting to Arsenal fans. I thoroughly enjoyed this. It's been real good fun. So, yep, don't forget Mr. Joshy J. Raid, people. So, yep, make sure you are subscribing to Lee Gunner as well, you know, because he lands the facts like what he always does, lands the minerals. And yeah, big up to every single one of you. And thank you all so much for watching. Good night.